contest is scheduled for a 2-hour time limit. Introducing first, coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, wrestling reporter and columnist Justin Lamar. And his opponent, you. Call, tweet, email, because you can go one-on-one with Justin Lamar in Wrestling Reality. Right now on Trib Live Radio.
Well, let's see. If you're keeping score at home and you watch Raw, I got several appearances on Raw last night. I aided to Alberto Del Rio's entrance and Ricardo Rodriguez's announcement. I did aid, despite people saying I was having a seizure. I aided the announcement of Booker T going into the Hall of Fame, front row, live on Monday Night Raw. So the way I see it, if I keep score, and I went back and watched this enough times, because I'm that vain, I've had more live TV contribution for WWE than the Rock's had in the last 2 weeks. So I think if I added this up right, I think my number's a little scratched here. I'm pretty sure that kind of makes me like some kind of an interim WWE champion in some form or fashion. I am holding up the weight that The Rock is letting down. Come on, man. Rock not there again, but we know why. And he's still a Rock, so I'm not going to harp on that yet. Wrestling Reality here on Trib Live Radio was a fun night for those of us in Pittsburgh. Yesterday, WWE was in town. Good to see some friends and enjoy the day. Now, it seems Raw was not an overwhelming success in the eyes of many of the viewers, and I'm not going to argue on that. I want to talk to you on this show about that because it's kind of hard when you're there at Raw. Everything kind of seems like it's amped up or better in some ways because you're there and you're enjoying it live versus what you're getting across on the TV screen. But I want to talk about Triple H, Brock Lesnar. That was the focus. That was the main event pegged story of yesterday's Raw. They built and built and built to the contract signings. We all know how valuable and how progressive those always are. And it's where Triple H has to sign, and then the stipulation gets revealed. So, once again, going back to keeping score at home, maybe I missed something, again, because sometimes you can have trouble picking things up into their lives. So, please tell me if I missed something. It's going to be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in a no-holds-barred match. So, anything goes, no countouts, no disqualifications, etc., etc. Stephanie McMahon's on the line, or is she not on the line? What exactly does that mean? And Triple H's career is on the line. And where if he loses, he's done. This match is good to have. It's good that Brock Lesnar and Triple H are having a match at WrestleMania again. Or having a match again, and this one being at WrestleMania. I've supported that. I've warmed up to the fact it's going to draw the two names, the different audiences they're going to bring in. I wanted to be Hell in a Cell, but we'll get back to that later. Right now, it's not. It's just no holds barred. The issue is, though, you cannot have a Triple H's career on the line. Really, ever. He's the one guy it really just doesn't work with. The guy, he's known. It's too public. He's the COO of the company. He is the heir to the throne. You really can't, and I know that it's differentiating between, career as a wrestler and career as a corporate world, but still, I harp, that's part of my gimmick with the reality and the reality check. I harp on, we book to the casual fans. And not to get caught up in the hardcore smarky smart fans that know everything. Oh, well, he's not going to win, or he's not going to lose, or whatever. But even this one's a little bit hard for me to grasp. I don't like Triple H having a career on the line, especially when 5 months ago after he lost, after his match to Lesnar at SummerSlam, he was doing his big boo-hoo speech, and he thought maybe this was the end, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not a fan of this. And the no holds barred seems kind of like a flat cop-out as well. Come on, man. Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. That's what makes sense, okay? I understand Brock wouldn't necessarily have wanted to, why would he necessarily want to put that stipulation out there with Triple H has such a good track record? But that could have been Triple H somehow one-upping. I mean, it's entertainment. We can make it happen. Or Brock could have put that stipulation out there. Again, he's made a living making millions beating people inside of a cage. That would have been a great tag. No holds barred. We did all that build. Flat ending for Raw. When we come back, I'm going to talk about that some more. I want to hear from you. Was it a good Raw or was it a bad Raw? Like I said, sometimes interpretation can be a little bit tough when not seeing it on TV and how WWE is presented. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about CM Punk and The Undertaker. Some interesting things there. Once again, John Cena, we'll talk about him going up against The Rock. He should technically be built up against me right now. I'm doing more contribution. Just want to put that out there. We got all that to talk about. 412-320-7925. sportstalk@tribweb.com is the email. You can tweet me at Justin LeBar. And don't forget, Matt Hardy, this Thursday, Latitude 40 in Robinson. Free to get in for meet and greet and Q&A. It's free if you stay tuned. In 2 minutes, come back to Trib Live Radio.